Hey guys, welcome to the Vault. We're back with some more exclusive content. Leon and Pierre here. We're joined by special collector Maren. Pierre took Maren out on the New York circuit, hat shopping circuit. So they're going to show you some of their pickups and kind of go through how that day went. So Pierre, take it away.
We weren't in Kansas anymore.
We
I'll
weren't.
say that. There was a moment where Maren and I were in in a store getting a chopped cheese, and I looked over at Maren, and we were on Harlem 125th, and I looked over at Maren, and I was like, "We're not in Kansas anymore, Maren." And
We weren't.
Buckle up.
she was like,
Yeah.
"We
A guy
certainly
came
weren't."
in to the convenience store / sandwich shop to sell razors to people, offering people razors that he'd gotten by some means.
That's an everyday thing in New York, man. I mean,
It
I know
was-
you don't. I know that's not how you roll in Kansas. It's,
It was an experience. The sandwich was good though.
Yeah. Well, no, it really was. It really was.
It was.
It was worth the effort. So the day started right out in the Bronx, but there's a little snafu. So Maren was out in Brooklyn at a Caps Unlimited. I was in the Bronx at the right Caps Unlimited. So
Yeah.
she's like, "I'm here." I'm like,
No, you're
I
not.
don't see you, so I don't think you're in the right place. But either way, we got it worked out. And we ended up linking up in Queens. But I did go to Hat Heaven, so I do want to show off Hat Heaven stuff first. Unfortunately, Maren didn't get a chance to go there, but next time I'm
Next
gonna make
time.
sure that we meet at the right Caps Unlimited.
Yeah. Well, Google let me down. I should have used Apple Maps.
I think for
Yep.
people that are not local, Brooklyn and the Bronx doesn't sound that far away, but I guess in
Oh,
New
no.
York terms,
Yeah,
that's
it
worlds
was.
away.
It was like a 45-minute Uber ride.
Which is why I said, "Hey, let's meet.
Right.
Let's meet in Queens." A little
Right.
bit of a shorter ride for each of us. So we kind of met in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it listen, either way, it was a great day. But I'm going to start with Hat Heaven really quick. And Hat Heaven, we all know, is the king of the gray bottom, right? And I walked in the store. The store had some new stuff, had some classics, some stuff that was released, early, but some stuff that hasn't been released online yet. So, like, Hat Heaven, they like to let the locals eat first, and then the stuff ends up online. But I'll show you the things I picked up there, and I think Maren's going to really love one of them. If I had thought about it, I would have bought her one. I did buy her hat somewhere else, but I would have bought her one. I forgot. So I'm sorry, Maren, but I'll get you later.
That's all right.
So
Appreciate it.
the first one I started with, right, was I needed another one of these. So this is just a plain Red Sox hat, 2007 World Series. I need like 3 or 4 of each World Series patch in the collection, just because I don't know. I'm not really sure why, but I just need them there. So
Work in the rotation.
yeah, here it is. So a nice wool, just super clean Red Sox hat with that 2007 World Series patch, the year that they dominated the red hot Colorado Rockies.
Rocktober
So-
was born.
This is another minor league hat they had in store. This has released before, but I didn't pick it up and I wanted it this time. Yeah, just nice and simple, man. I love this hat. That two-tone gray bottom.
I love how the Cards affiliates tend to stick with Cardinals colors and Cardinals
Yeah.
iconography. That's cool.
Totally. I'm totally with you on that. This is a beautiful hat. Then, the next 3, I don't think are I think these are upcoming online releases.
Ooh. Slick.
Well, that's
This
nice.
is- yeah, this gray bottom. This thing's a beauty.
I love that Cincy did all the throwbacks for the 150th.
Mhm.
I went
Oh yeah,
I went a little crazy
Yeah.
on that.
What's better than Old English, right? Come on now.
this is a beautiful hat.
Just embroidered
Nice
so
and
well.
Yep. Now the smokers. I know a lot of people don't like this logo. I happen to love this logo. I don't know. It's just and this colorway I had to.
Ooh. That's the devil's grass.
This is nice though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tampa has
This
a long
is-
history of like tobacco, right?
And this
Cigar
embroidery just
making.
pops, man. It just pops. There's something about doing that red cigarette in there.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes it look different. I like it. And the last hat is the one that I know I think Maren's gonna want. Man, I shouldn't speak for her, but this thing is a beauty. Oh my god. You know how Hat Heaven did this collection of like alternate logos with World Series patches?
Mhm.
Well, this is the Royals one.
Oh,
Oh,
dang.
Then yeah, Maren definitely gonna want that one.
Oh, dang.
1985 too.
This is
I
nice,
think-
right?
I think I might need the oop.
You know what it is? At the time, Maren, I thought you were still on your way to the right store, so I
Yeah,
got
no, I
kind of
understand.
lost in the shuffle there. You know, I was
No
I was
worries.
worried about you actually. I'm like, oh my god, I got to make sure I get her to the right place.
Yeah.
I was worried.
Yeah, it was a snafu. Pierre sent me the address in Apple Maps, and I had taken Apple Maps off my phone, so I just Googled it with Google Maps, not realizing that there were like 4 Caps Unlimited in the city.
I got to tell you, I did not want Maren getting abducted on my watch. So, so I
My mom
basically,
appreciated that.
yeah. So I was looking out for her. I wouldn't let her out of my
Yeah.
sight. So there we go. All right.
That
So
was real nice.
those were the Hat Heaven releases, right? And then I hopped in the car, and Maren jumped into an Uber. We met out on Jamaica Avenue in Queens, and the first place we hit was Sports World. So, you know, my relationship with Sports World isn't the same as it once was, but listen, I still find a way to support those folks. They had some good hats there. So, what was your take on Sports World, Maren?
I really liked the variety. Like they had some traditional stuff in there, and then
Mhm.
a lot of just different colorways and stuff. I liked how it was set up.
Mhm.
Kind of the count. They're all kind of set up similarly, like long, narrow, except the one that you call the cleanest hat store. It was the only one
Oh.
that was kind of like shaped like in my mind, like a normal, like less oppressively close store.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So like narrow aisles, stuff everywhere, floor to ceiling, crazy. All the jerseys, like if I had unlimited resources, I could have done some serious damage.
That's an underrated part of their business, right? Is that
Oh,
whole
man.
wall of jerseys and that whole other room of apparel.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
they're
was
a lot more than
wild.
just a hat store.
There were like 3 NBA jerseys I wanted and 4 or 5 MLB batting practice jerseys. I was just like, I could do some serious damage in here, but I focused on hats because
Yeah.
That was
more
the
bang
mission
for your
at hand.
buck.
That was the mission at hand.
yeah,
That's the hard part about the circuit, right? You don't know how well. You do know that you're gonna go to other stores after. So it's like,
Right.
how do you blow your wad on the first shot, or
right.
you know?
Well, Jamaica Avenue is a little bit, if you go just there, it's a little easier because they're all so close to each other. So
Okay.
you can like actually hop around a little bit. You know, there's
Okay.
4 stores, 2 of them are exclusive fitted. One's USA Cap King and the other one's Sports World. So you can kind of play around over there a little bit.
Mhm.
You know. So Maren, did you pick up anything at Sports World?
Yeah, we picked up a mutual hat that I ended up giving to my mom.
Yep.
And then I picked up this awesome Cincinnati Reds, but in purples. And the
Mm.
drop cap is the lavender,
Lavender,
Mhm.
nice.
and really good patchwork on the lavender. Feel
Yep.
like we did well. And then lavender
Lavender.
under, white guts,
Okay.
purple
Black
and lavender Batterman. So I
Cool.
really like I have the iceberg, maybe the Cincinnati Reds and Blues. And so I kind of like the play on the colors. And then I also picked up
Ooh,
Pitching Bird,
I wanted both of those, but they didn't have my size.
and then
a lot of metallic in there.
1957 All-Star Game.
Mhm.
Yeah, metallic threading, metallic outline on the bird, and then red under, white guts.
A mismatched bird, but still cool as hell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then the flat Batterman, which
Got it.
for me, I don't really care flat versus
Me neither.
raised. I just don't want it to look like it got misstitched. Like,
Yeah.
but otherwise I don't really care. But yeah, mismatched bird, but I think this one pulls it off because this one was like a secondary logo during the 50s. So it like
Yeah.
fits. So those are the 2 I picked up for myself. And then the other hat I picked up was I sized up to a 7 1/8, and it was I didn't really try things on. I was just taking what they were handing me.
Yeah.
And so it was a little too big. So I knew my mom would really like it. So I ended up giving it to her. But
Nice.
Pierre picked one up for himself
I
there.
did. I picked up so this is the one that I picked up that you picked
Royals.
up for your mom.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Leon, this screams Pierre though, right? I mean, this is some
Yeah.
stuff that I would buy.
Is that a spring training logo? Or
Yeah, the R is
Yeah.
this one of the spring training logos they use.
That's
But I
This is
really
what
like,
cotton candy should look like.
yeah, I really liked the way they did the patch,
with the
just
gold?
putting a little blue in it.
Okay.
And the gold, I think it really worked. And you're right, like the patch doesn't fade in the same way some of the cotton candies did when we got too creative with maybe the colors.
Well, the
Yeah, it
dark
just
black
pops.
really makes it pop. The rest
Yeah.
of it pop.
Yeah.
Right.
And I really like, is that blue like metallic on the R? Or is
No,
it just
it's just shining in the
sky.
light here. It's
just
just,
shining? Yeah.
yeah, it's got a
Sky
good
blue.
sheen to it, but nice ass hat. And then I went with one more from over there.
Oh yeah. I
Ooh.
like this one. They didn't have it in my size.
Sorry, I'm gonna get my camera.
Because
kinda-
the patch, if you can get it going, is really nice.
It's weird. My camera sometimes struggles with yellow.
Yeah, the yellow is too reflective, maybe.
There it
Oh,
is.
there you go.
Oh,
There
yeah,
it is.
yeah, there it is.
Yep,
1982.
82.
That's a
It's really
different kind
nice.
of patch. Yeah,
I
that's
love
like the
this
winner's
hat, man.
patch, I guess.
Yeah. The
That's
champion
badass.
patch. Yeah. That one was super nice. And they had that in another team, but I don't remember who.
I don't remember either. But this is I love this one. It looks good, and it's in Brewers colors, really. You know,
Mhm.
it's not necessarily the same way that the Brewers would normally house it. So then, right across the street, is Exclusive Fitted, the first Exclusive Fitted, right?
Mhm.
And in there, so we're not going to talk about both Exclusive Fitted because they're both fundamentally the same, just on different parts of Jamaica Avenue. So what I ended up picking up there was something pretty cool. Did you end up picking up anything on Exclusive Fitted, Maren?
I think so.
If you show me, I'll know where it was.
Wasn't it? Didn't we both get this?
Oh yeah, we both got this. So we both went with this one. You see that green? Look at the green, that like dark green under. This is a beautiful hat, man.
Yeah, these stores are getting better with their patch work.
I bet JB's wife is about to get mad once he sees this video.
Well, listen, you know what's
He's
weird
gonna
is
want
this
this.
this hat, Leon, has been sitting in that store forever,
Yeah.
Really?
and I keep
Nice.
passing it by, and then this time I was like, I'm getting it.
You
It's
love that, like,
cotton,
kind
too.
of like that palish yellow. Like you love that color.
It's like a lemon zest.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's cotton instead of poly or wool.
But what really sold me on this hat
The
is
green?
this dark green under with the yellow.
Yeah.
Dude, these colors just work, right?
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's
And
not a
I
bad
think
hat.
it's Florida without being like
to Florida.
Florida.
Without being
Right.
it's not Miami, but it's Florida.
Right.
It's not too
Yeah,
obnoxious,
exactly.
right? Yeah. So then
hopefully we don't get JB in trouble.
the other store, there was Cap King, USA Cap King, which I ended up not purchasing anything. Not because I didn't want to, there just wasn't anything in my size. But they also had a good series of hats, but they had flowers on the back. I was ready to buy 2 of them.
Yeah.
I love the colorway. I loved everything about the hat. And I'm like, oh man. And then, you know, these guys know me well, so we were kind of laughing together. And he's like, well, Pierre, these things were supposed to be in a long time ago. So like everything was delayed. So, you know, I think the whole flower on the back thing and heart in the back thing is probably like seen its better days at this point.
Yeah.
But they still had a great selection of hats, just nothing in my size. They were all big sizes.
Was that the place with the sliding glass?
No, that's in the Bronx. That's where we're headed
Okay.
next.
Gotcha. I got confused. I don't think I picked up anything there either then.
No, the store didn't have a lot of small sizes because everything you and I
Yeah.
picked up, it was like, no, only big size, only big size. That would be for like
Right.
Lean on that place.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
put
so
all of their stuff online though, I think. So that's probably why they don't have anything much left in the store. Some stores keep their stuff separate. I think they're just strictly like whatever's there is there.
yeah, no, I think you're probably right. And then Maren and I jumped in the car and we headed over to the Bronx. So that's where Hat Heaven is, but we didn't go to that part of the Bronx. We first went up to For You Caps was the first place we went to, right?
Okay.
And For You Caps was loaded with some pretty good stuff. So listen, first of all, I can't say enough about this place in terms of its cleanliness. It is so clean. Lee keeps that place. I'm talking just spotless.
Yeah.
Everything is in order. When we walk in, there's people using folding boards to fold all the apparel in the store. When I tell you it's the cleanest hat store I've ever been into, I mean it. It's the cleanest hat store I've ever been into. It is so clean. And I just, what's that?
They had the floor to ceiling shelves too, but it wasn't as like close because the counter came out a little bit further, and then the apparel was on the other side of the store and like some tables and stuff. So like you could still move around.
Yeah.
And they did a good job of like displaying hats kind of within the glass so you could see what was available. And then you could ask them, do you have this in that size? And they just had stuff tucked everywhere. Because I saw a hat down low and I was like, can I have that? And he was like, oh, it's up here too. And I hadn't seen it. But yeah.
Oh, you're talking For You caps though, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So the other thing about that place, this was my favorite spot of the day.
Okay.
For me. They had tons of college hats. They have a lot of great stuff in there. And the staff, you know what it feels like? Not that I would know now, but it has a barbershop feel to it. Like you're sitting around there just talking, just talking it up with these guys, talking sports, talking whatever you want. It was just a great experience. I loved it in there. Like if that was my local hat spot, man, I would be loyal to the end to them. I just loved it there. There's something about that place that I enjoyed. And it helps that it's clean, man. You don't feel like claustrophobic. You don't feel like it's a mess. I mean, it just feels good.
Yeah, they had college stuff and they had a bunch of Negro League stuff still.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
I would have hit more of the Negro League stuff, but there was a bit of colored underbrim that
Yeah.
didn't really jive the way I wanted it to. But I
Yeah.
did pick up one because I'd been wanting it for a while and I hadn't ordered it yet. So
what'd you pick up? Why don't you show us what you picked up?
I picked up
JC?
the Monarchs
The blue under, right?
with the
Yeah.
blue under and the 100-year anniversary patch.
I feel like that blue under is not as offensive.
Yeah, no,
It
for
works
sure.
on that one.
There was like a Buckeyes one that like was red and black and then it had a pink under and I was just like, I don't think this works. But
Mm.
but I liked the hat. I was like, yes. And then I was like, oh, no, never mind.
Yeah.
And then I picked up this St. Louis.
Ooh,
So did I. I had to pick that up too.
that one's slick.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yellow.
I still
Yeah.
like it, man. I still
Yeah.
like it.
It's still that one's not bad though.
Yeah,
Ideally
sometimes
green or gray, but I can rock with the yellow.
yeah, sometimes I think it looks a little too Mickey D's, but for some reason that didn't bother me there. And then
I mean, there's no yellow throughout, at least. It feels
Yeah, and then we have
yellow
another-
Just in the bat. Just in the bat.
and then we have another mutual, Pierre, that we both picked
Oh,
up.
do we?
The Texas.
Yeah, this thing is the hat of the day to me.
Ooh, two-tone blue.
So
Yeah.
you know how much, Leon, you remember, man, I was clamoring for this side patch for so long, right?
Yeah.
Now it's everywhere. I mean, I was begging people to make this patch. You got a beautiful two-tone here. You got that gray crown. You got that red brim and that blue, that Texas Ranger blue under visor. I mean, this is just nice, man.
Slick.
Right. This is one that you can wear with like actual Rangers gear or
Yeah.
just wear.
Reminds me of like Juan Gonzalez.
So versatile.
Without the steroids. Yeah.
Well,
This is
that whole team was jacked, right?
yeah,
Pudge.
yeah. Pudge, all of them.
Yeah, Rafael Palmero.
Yep. So nice, man. This was the hat of the day to me, but that's just me. All right, so then we headed over to the candy shop, right? 1515 Diallo.
1515.
Now that's the store that has all the glass cabinets. If you've seen the vlogs, they have all the glass cabinets. There's hats everywhere in there. I mean,
And
everywhere.
more jerseys, right?
Oh yeah, more jerseys.
Yeah, jerseys. Yeah.
It's just loaded, man. Did you pick anything up there, Maren?
I did. I picked up a gray
Oh,
underbrim.
Let's take a look.
They
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I
Angel.
love that hat.
They're kind of known for all their crazy colors. It's funny you grab something
Yeah,
more
they
toned
are.
down.
Yeah. I wanted, well, they had everything I picked up, I had to size up too far. So this is an 1/8. I sized up,
Okay.
but
That's a wool. Is that wool though?
yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
They didn't have They didn't have many 7s. They were kind of.
Oh, I forgot. I got this at 4U caps too.
Ooh, that's like,
Oh, that's right. That was nice.
is that gray under or is that stone?
It's like
It's cream.
cream.
cream?
Yeah.
Okay.
They
I could
did
see
a.
that.
They did an athletics, a green KC Athletics with the cream under too that I like.
This hat is sick though.
It's not bad. Good matching with the good hats pin there.
Mhm.
Little
Little
secondary
little-
match.
a little
color.
cream action there.
Yeah,
Right?
that's not bad.
Yeah.
Like you've been wearing
So,
pins your whole life.
At Diallo 1515. I've been off the pink bottom thing, but I did want to get this pink bottom. I don't know, man. It just looked clean to me and simple.
Yeah, this one was nice.
That's like a reverse pirates, right? On a pink bottom. Okay.
I didn't
That's
mind it,
not
man. I
bad.
like
That's not bad.
No,
They
I
had a-
think it's clean looking.
Yeah, they had a bunch of the 57, right? 59.
59. The
59.
59 with the
All-Star.
side patch on the front of the hat.
Yeah. And on the side, they had a ton
Yeah.
in
I
there.
feel like you get
The
one
no
of those in
7,
your
it was
collection.
hilarious.
You get one of those in collection, you're good, but I don't know if you buy them all.
Nah.
I like that side patch, but yeah,
Mm,
Then I got this
this
one.
one's
too.
really nice.
McDonald's. They did it.
McDonald's.
That's not bad though. That's not
Golden
bad.
Arches.
Yeah.
There's not a lot going on here, so you have to understand if you're going to do this right,
Mhm.
you've got to just tie it in perfectly, and they did, man. It's just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
there's just 4 colors on here, right? Red, yellow, black, white.
Just like
Super
If you
dope.
try doing that 96 patch, right, or
No,
whatever,
that
what year is
thing-
that? 2006, whatever
they
it is.
got like 17 thread stops on that thing.
Yeah, it's too
Yeah.
much. This looks super simple and clean. So, that was it for Diallo. What'd you think about that place?
I really liked it. I kind of felt like every time I moved a shelf, I was
You think it's doing
risking,
something?
risking an avalanche of hats. Like they were packed.
Yeah,
And then they were talking about, they were apologizing to Pierre for not having very much. And I was like, man,
well,
this-
because there's not much different from the last time I was there,
Yeah. uh-huh.
and the stuff that was different was like nearly sold out. So,
Yeah.
Over.
Yeah, but it was, so
and they tried to give me a free hat, and I said no. I said no. I said times are hard, man. I want you all to keep your
Yeah.
hat, please.
So then the nice thing was everybody kind of, it was a refrain talking about, the slowdown and how we're hopeful that I was going to pick back up. And so I got to plan my next trip once it picks back up so we can do this again.
And I realized I had a pretty identifiable voice. So I had the mask on, and people were like, "Oh, who's that? I recognize that voice." It's like,
Yeah.
Just random people were stopping you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
well, we
know-
had a guy in the first store in Sports World who was clearly taking photos and messaging people. And
He's here,
Pierre
he's
was like, Pierre was talking to somebody and he was like, "Hey man, do I know you? I feel like I know your voice."
Well, and then the clerk is like my little
Yeah.
brother, watches you all the time. So
Yeah.
it's interesting when you get out there, you start to realize you have a reach of some sort. I mean, it's always sort of humbling, when you go into a place like that and people know who you are. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But then we finished off on Harlem 125th. We went to Cap USA Harlem, right?
Yeah, quick sandwich break and then Cap USA Harlem.
That's right. And this
Ooh.
thing is money.
I'm so jealous
under?
that you got that
Yeah.
one. I had to.
Yo, those bricks, man, that's crazy.
I'm so jealous of that patch. They didn't
good
have
patch.
that. I think a 4th was the smallest size they had.
I liked it so much. This colorway, I was going to get the 60th anniversary too, and I decided I
that
couldn't
might be
because
overkill.
no, they had a 3/8, but I was like, all right, I'm just going to stick with just this one.
So I got the 60th because they had it in my size, but I really wanted the 25th.
This thing is beautiful, man.
The Orioles have good patches.
They
Yeah.
do. They really
Lately,
do, man.
Not so much, success on the field, but they actually have really good patch, like really clean, good branding, good stuff.
The
They had
Royals,
some good years in the 70s, dude.
the Royals
Yeah.
broke them in 2014 when we swept them.
I think Chris Davis broke them.
Well, that
Yeah.
too, but
I mean, they
You're
were in the
right, though.
playoffs 5 years ago, right? 2016, we knocked them out. The Jays knocked
Yeah,
them out in 2016.
2014 the Royals swept them, and then Yeah, I think they made it again in 2016.
But Cap USA Harlem, man, that place is intense too, man. I mean, it was busy. They were stocking their apparel. I mean, it was.
Yeah, they were doing inventory, and a clerk was trying to help people pull hats, and then we watched a guy climb up on the stand and say, "Hey, is anyone working here?" When like clearly everyone was working, just not where he wanted them to be. So that was fun.
Yeah, it wasn't the most polite way to ask for someone to ring you out. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. So like
But
it
it was effective.
We've been covering the drought for a while. I guess one good thing is like, well, I mean, it's not good, but like it takes New Era a while to get the orders in. So there's still stuff kind of rolling in. But you know, I guess like my question, as feet on the street, like were there any stores that looked barren or bleak?
No, there weren't any stores that looked like they didn't have enough inventory, but
Okay.
like definitely some of the stores like had more of the traditional stuff, or they'd re-upped on things
Yeah.
that like we've seen before, just because
I
faster
think
approval and everything.
I think part of the reason why the drought hit so hard was that all the stores were just feverishly ordering more than they've ever done, right? So you know that would help to have some of that stuff land, I guess.
Right.
I
So I think
go ahead, Maren.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think they like tried to hit on things that they knew were popular, just to ensure they had things to offer. Right.
I've seen different strategies, right? So I've seen these stores multiple times. So I think 59fifty and Diallo, they're still sitting on a lot of stuff that didn't move. So the Pirates side patch on the front, you got some of these things that had Cooperstown side patches that just aren't moving. They still had a lot of that. And then they also, from a size perspective, it was a lot of bigger sizes. So you can tell it's starting to get picked over quite a bit. And there's some stuff that's just not moving. You know, and then when you think about places like Hat Heaven, I know Hat Heaven's strategy. Hat Heaven's hoarding, and they're putting good stuff out there as it comes. You know,
they have the advantage of having a warehouse that they can kind of split the stuff in and kind of work, like you said, have a strategy to, you know, work it in.
Yeah. And I think like when you look at like For You Caps, they're just kind of getting stuff in and putting it out. But it's interesting, man. You can feel the drought, but they did a good job being strategic and kind of spreading out their inventory to make it last for their customers. I thought it was going to be a tough trip, and it really wasn't. I mean, there could be more. You know, I think if we had done this 6 months ago, it would be a much different ball game, but it wasn't disappointing. It was just not as powerful as the previous trips I took.
Yeah. You've got to be more selective.
Yeah.
How many times would you say that you found something that you would have got if you just didn't have your size?
Probably 10.
10.
Yeah.
You guys still made out with a good pile though. You didn't have like a problem spending money though that day, right? Like,
no, it's not like you went in there and it was that difficult to do. I mean,
yeah.
But you can tell you can tell like Sports World has intense buying power. You can just tell because they had a lot in there still. I mean, a lot. So, I mean, and I was in there like a couple months ago and they showed me their stock room downstairs. And it was loaded with stuff and they were preparing for what was coming.
Yeah.
So you can kind of tell. But overall, I think it was a fantastic trip, man. I love spending time with Maren. We had a great conversations in the car. Great time together. I got to show her the essence of Harlem and some different things in New York, but it was fantastic. It was a great time.
And Pierre got to work on his parallel parking skills. So
no, I can do it, but my car is big, man. I'm not gonna try that. I'm not even gonna try that. You know, it's too tight. And then you get in there and they're gonna box you in and we're never getting out of there. You know, but
it was an awesome trip and I really appreciated it. Because I mean, I could have done it on my own, but I would have been doing subway and walk-in a lot more. It would have taken multiple days to hit all those spots. So
a little easier to just
go. Take you on the circuit and with maximum efficiency, I believe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, it was fun. So listen, this was a great trip. There's gonna be more to come. There is not a vlog for this one, everybody. So this was it. But next time there will be a vlog. we'll have someone come along with us and kind of take some video. But Maren, thank you so much. Leon, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, no problem.
How about you take us away, big fella?
Yeah, let us know which of the pickups you guys most liked. Viewsfromthevault.com for your official merchandise podcast. Available on all major streaming platforms from Maren, Pierre, Leon. We out, guys. Stay fitted.
See you, everybody.
Peace.